Set, hut. Block 40.
Hello, football fans, and welcome back to Madden NFL 26. Doing practice here, trying to get
Here we go,
Scattaboo a little bit better here for me. And then I also did figure out why it was I didn't have my heavy sets this past week. I have to work on the pre-game planning a little bit. So I did that this time. I actually put in the heavy sets as well as my dollar formations. So we'll see if those help me out. Yeah, I definitely do want to run the football more.
Ready. Hut, hut. Here we go.
Definitely do need a fullback that'll get a block for me, though.
Here we go. Set. Set. Ready. Let's go now. Go. Come on. Set. Ready. Go. Set. Ready. Hut, hut.
Alright. Getting some decent results now.
Here we go.
Should be able to get up to silver here pretty soon. There we go.
Ready.
That's what I really wanted, at least. Would love to get up to gold, but we'll see if that happens.
Down. Ready.
Think I got it. There we go.
Ready. Hut, hut.
And I want to score this one anyways.
Here we go. Ready.
Nice. Love having that stiff arm there. All right. Just a second here. I'm pulling up the uniform schedule so that way I can have the Panthers in the proper uniforms for the confirm in advance, and we'll simulate the rest. Do have some people out for the week, so that's not exactly good. But it looks like we can upgrade. Hopefully Scattaboo is one of the people we can upgrade. No, he is not, but Scorton is, and I'm not upset about that at all. Let's get him a little bit more power. I do not mind that one bit. Sure, we'll go with that. Alright, so we're going to be in white again for this week. Good to know. Let's go with the strong arm. I want Dalton to have a little bit of a stronger arm than he has right now. So it says a white jersey. It doesn't say anything else, so I'm going to play around with it a bit. Get it the way I want it to be. We're going to play the full game. Let's go here. Let's edit the uniforms. And we're going to go with the alternate helmet. Yeah, let's go with that.
The temperatures outside routinely topping 100 degrees, but we are inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. That sound of the big red siren brings the Cardinals and their fans to action.
And the dome is open.
Good one on
Oh,
it's the
miserable in
Panthers
Phoenix in
and
the heat.
Cardinals. On the Carolina sideline, it's their head coach Dave Canales. His guys coming off a road victory in their opener a week ago, looking to make it 2 in a row before heading home. His counterpart, the Cardinals' Jonathan Gannon. His guys, on the other hand, couldn't pull one out last week in the opener, so they're looking for their first win at home.
They allowed a lot of yards, so that could be really good for us.
Here is Cam Little, ready to get this thing started. And off we go from Glendale.
It's like having a black helmet on.
That one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So the Cardinals come out, and they are led by their quarterback, Kyler Murray. Man, time flies, Greg. The #1 overall pick in 2019. The 7th year for Murray leading the Birds.
We had a chance to
I'm
sit
just
down
not really
with him
a
this
fan
week,
of Murray.
Mike. It almost came across to both of us that he wasn't entirely over last week's close loss. And he made the point. He said, listen, playing quarterback in the NFL, you're going to be judged by how well do you play and what is your record in one-score games. Last week, they found themselves on the wrong end of it. They get themselves into a back-and-forth matchup today. They've got to make enough plays down the stretch to come away with the win.
Oh.
And he's got it. First down.
All right, Connor got the first down.
With that, I want to give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Definitely want to run the football myself, so we'll see how that goes in this game. Didn't feel good about where I was last week with it there.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll go right back to Connor. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll go again here to Connor. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yardage, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down.
Yeah, I like the fact that I can play coverage more now with these nickel sets.
Out of the gun, it's Murray. That ball caught. It's Zay Jones. A gain there.
Darn it.
Of 11. It's good for a Cardinals 1st down.
That's good for a Cardinals. 1st and 10.
Should have had all those guys in coverage, but nobody went with him. That's sort of sad.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Moving to his right. He's going to run it. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard.
Aye.
A scramble leads to a 1st down.
You know, Mike, I like
Really
everything
struggling to
about
stop
this
him right
play
now.
Except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
They'll run first carry of the game for Trey Benson. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you could see pretty early on. Now, while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
2nd down, Murray. too long to get going. They'll come up, stop him before the lineman could get out to lead the way.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
Ninth play of this opening drive, trying to keep it going here on third down. From the gun, it's Murray. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught.
Not a first down.
He will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down?
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a fourth down decision to make. And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good positive result.
So their offense is pretty good. It was stopping me from getting to the quarterback, definitely.
Here's Xavier Ligon.
Ooh.
And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. So the Panthers led out by their quarterback, Bryce Young. Shaky rookie year, but the back end of his second year, Greg, very effective for the man who was the #1 overall pick out of Alabama in 2023.
A lot of things jump off the tape when you watch last week, Mike, but it was really just the overall execution of the game plan that stuck out the most. I mean, not only did he get them in the end zone a handful of times, he protected the ball, and he routinely exploited the weaknesses that they found during the week on film. He's going to be looking to do the same thing over these next 4 quarters. If he's successful, they're going to have a shot to leave here with another win.
It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a first down.
Number 38, ready. 10 plus, ready.
Off the play fake. Here's Young. He'll get that to his tight end. That's Ja'Tavion Sanders.
Nice.
He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. 2 nice play calls here to kick off the drive. 15 more on that one.
We're going play action again.
On play action, Young. Back to the right, caught by Sanders. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. The Cardinals have the early edge in this one. Greg and I back here in Glendale after this.
I really do like this uniform combination. Works for me very nicely.
Panthers football to begin this second quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10.
Ready, break. Here we go, set.
There's a handoff to Scatterboo.
Goodbye.
And he will get into the end zone. Cam Scatterboo. Touchdown, Panthers.
Well, he's sort of back home. He went to college at Arizona State, and
This his first in the NFL.
So he was in Phoenix last year, and he's back in Phoenix now.
At this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And
I love having those
breakdown here ends up costing him
power
6
formations.
points.
Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Panthers move out to a 7-3 lead.
That was more about imposing our will. I liked it.
Cam Little to kick off.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Jones now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position.
Really don't like the new kickoff still. But it is what it is. Can't do anything about it.
Football for the second time. Greg, you take a peek back and look at the NFC West in totality, you just are reminded of how quick things change. I don't think anybody in the country thought the 49ers would be the last place team in this division last year. Shows you, one, how changeable it is, but also the quality of teams in this division.
Absolutely. And I mean, they were the Super Bowl favorite, at least out of the NFC a year ago, and then to find themselves 6-11 at the bottom looking up, it's pretty remarkable. But to your point, Mike, it just shows health, a little bit of good fortune. The other teams in your division, if they're a little weaker, your path is stronger. There's so many elements. The way the NFL schedule is set up, it's all tight. If you're good, we're trying to bring you back down towards the middle. If you're bad, we're trying to bring you up towards the middle. It's a league of parity. It's a league of ups and downs. And the teams that can break through that and sustain success, we got to give them a lot of credit.
And what I love about this division, Greg, is the different philosophical challenges that defenses see. We know Kyle Shanahan does with the Niners, the Rams and Sean McVay always at the top end of the game. And then the unpredictability of Kyler Murray plus the physicality that Seattle has played with. You've got to have a lot of clubs in your bag to play defense in the NFC West.
Oh, absolutely.
That's
just
annoying.
A couple of years ago, it was even harder when those teams were all competing for Super Bowls year in and year out. So it's a really good division. You have to be able to play really top-tier defense, to your point, because all 6 of those games, when you play all 3 of those division rivals, it feels different, it looks different, and if you're not good, they're going to score 30 on you. So it's a big challenge.
Yeah, let's play some man-to-man here.
And it's going to be fun to follow along and see who comes out on top. And you could tell pretty quickly, Mike, that once the quarterback started chopping his feet, that there was nowhere for him to go. Great job by the defense, not only reading quarterback run, but getting him down behind the line.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Working out of the gun, Murray.
Nice.
Trouble, and down he goes. Bobby Brown. He works his way in, and that's now 5 sacks for him on the year.
Just can't seem to get anything going on every ensuing snap. They just continue to go backwards and backwards and backwards. They've got to find a way on 1st and 2nd down to stay ahead of the chains so 3rd down is not so daunting.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Murray.
Nice.
And once again, the pressure too intense. They get him down again.
And this is a great example of what can happen when you play complementary football. The back end holds up nicely in coverage, and then that front 7 is able to wreak havoc and put an end to this play.
So on 4th down, it's Blake Gillikin to punt for Arizona. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Panthers offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. So, Greg, let's pull back big picture and talk NFC South for a second, a division that you know so well. We've got teams that have been to the Super Bowl in the last 15 or so years out of this division, yet people overlook it at times, and maybe they've overlooked how good Tampa's been the last 4 years, too.
Well, it's funny, Mike, you think it wasn't very long ago that the NFC South was the toughest division in football. I mean, you mentioned Super Bowl teams. Tampa Bay won one recently with Brady, and then Atlanta, they make a Super Bowl with Matt Ryan, and New Orleans, and obviously the success they had with Drew Brees. In Carolina, we played in a Super Bowl. I mean, this was a division you didn't want to play. Now, they've all fallen on their resets, new coaches, new quarterbacks. Tampa Bay has done the best job weathering and taking advantage of their rebuild and their next era in the midst of a down division. So, big reason they've won 4 in a row. Can Atlanta, can Carolina, New Orleans, can they catch up? Because right now, like you said, Tampa Bay has been the dominant team in this division.
Greg, you lived it, you know it. While these may not be the biggest markets in the league, the rivalries amongst these teams really elevates what you see when you watch the NFC South go head-to-head, too.
Yeah, and over the years, there's been some major games played between Hall of Fame quarterbacks in uniform for all these teams. So it has a lot more history and a lot more, kind of relevance than maybe it feels as of late. the markets are a little smaller. The teams have been down. They might not have the premier star players that they had in past generations. So they've got to continue to rebuild these rosters, continue to have these new coaches find their footing. And, we might be a year or two away from the NFC South getting back to what it used to be. Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
On third down, here's Scatterby.
Nice.
For the goal line, they're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the first down.
I like that call on third down, keeping the ball on the ground. You see so often these defenses, Mike, on third down, they bring out more defensive backs. They bring out some smaller bodies. They're anticipating third down pass. There's a lot of opportunities to take advantage of it.
And he barrels his way.
Very nice.
Cam Scatterby. Touchdown, Panthers. That's his second touchdown so far here in the first half. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his second rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off.
Definitely feels like Arizona's defense is not as able to stop the run as last week there with Jacksonville. And so I'm taking advantage of that. And I also feel like the having those power formations back is just a game
changer.
changer.
Minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Jones now on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Cardinals offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. Before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. Derek Brown having a lot of success here early in the season. 2 sacks in the opener, and he's got another one here. So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13. One final throw before the break. Flush to his right.
He decided to slide before I took his head off.
Time here out west. Let's send it east to Scott Hansen. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. We enjoyed it so much last week, the EA folks said, hey, come back, let's do it again. So here we are, week 2. Let's get after it. Our look at the NFL starts now. In the Steel City, it's the Steelers at home to take on the Seahawks in a rematch of Super Bowl 40. And this is Jaylen Warren. He'll take it all the way to the end zone. What a play for the score. Meanwhile, let's check in on the Dolphins as they play host to the New England Patriots. And this is Kendrick Bourne. A brilliant catch and run for the touchdown. The Pats get a second straight win to start the year as they get the tough road victory. Lastly, let's go over to MetLife Stadium. The Jets taking on the Buffalo Bills. And this is the second-year man, Ray Davis. Spots an opening, capitalizes on it, 15 yards for the touchdown. The Bills get their first win of the year, and they had to earn it, too. They get the road victory. We'll give you a look now at the remainder of the games in progress in the early window and what's still to come here in Week 2 of the National Football League regular season. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward. As we send you back out to the broadcast team,
both
Mike
quarterbacks
Tirico
are perfect
and Greg
so
Olson.
far, so that's a good thing. Rushing yards wise, we're doing what we wanted to. We're at 60 yards running already.
Thank you, second half.
Much happier about that.
Here. So good to have you back with us here on EA Sports. We get on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield. The Panthers offense and running back Cam Scalaboo headed out for their next possession. Well, Greg, as the season starts, really the season never ends. Think back to the schedule release, the draft has become this multi-day huge event. Green Bay crushed it with all the folks around the stadium in Lambeau, and some big names will be tied to that draft forever. A couple of the rookies that you've watched that are just sticking out in your mind. Interested to see how they fit in the league.
Was where I wanted it. It was exactly the play I wanted.
So much attention
but
around the quarterback position. And Cam Ward goes number
they
one,
stopped
and
it.
obviously with Shador and all the conversations around that as the draft unfolded. But I think a guy that's going to be fun to watch when you talk about fit, Mike. I think you look at Ashton Genty. He gets drafted by Vegas. He's now with the Raiders. Pete Carroll. It kind of has the feel of, is he his Marshawn Lynch? Is he the bell cow back under center, Geno Smith, play action, set up that run game, play good defense? This feels like the early path Pete Carroll took when he took over in Seattle and turned them into a Super Bowl champion. So I'm not saying Genty's Marshawn Lynch, but he certainly feels like that's the fit the Raiders were going for
my coach's
when they
face?
took him with their first-round pick.
Hey, let me ask you about Travis Hunter. Of course, the Heisman winner, Colorado, great play, both sides of the ball as a receiver and a corner. You know, Greg, it's hard to come in this league and play well on one side of the ball. Is it realistic to think you may see him on both offense and defense?
Well, that's the million-dollar question, and I think to start, you have to say, okay, let's hang our hat on something. And I think when you look at the league, where is it harder to find impactful players? I believe it's harder to find impactful defensive backs. I think it's a harder position. I think the league favors the offense with the rules and the play style. So if I'm Jacksonville, I'm making Travis Hunter a defensive back on day one, and then I'm going to package my offensive plays around his skill set.
And he'll
Touchdown. Nice.
Adam Thielen. Touchdown, Carolina.
This is more the offense I want to have. I want to have my play action,
comfort, Mike, that this offense
find my wide receivers open,
momentum in the first half,
and thread that needle.
After the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half.
Cardinals 3.
Scott, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to kickoff of this second half. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Jones now on the return. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. The Cardinals offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. Now, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about enough, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going forward on fourth down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference of if I kicked a touchback, they got the ball at the 20.
And
nice.
The pressure too much. He'll go down. Josie Jewell, he gets in to drop him for his first sack of the young season.
You can tell the quarterback has built a lot of confidence in his ability to make plays today with his feet. The defense has had a hard time keeping him in check, and this time, much better job in pursuit. Even though he was able to get outside the pocket, they were able to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
Call it a gain of 13. It's an Arizona first down.
First and 10 at the 40.
Looking from the shotgun, it's Murray.
There we go.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Nick Scorton, he gets in to drop him. It's a loss of 8.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
And they're going to get him a second time. He goes down again.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
Now Murray on 3rd and long. He'll try to work the screen with Connor. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
Murray went down again,
when you call
too.
A screenplay, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
The Cardinals lining up for punt. They'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. This one fielded out beyond the 25. Oh, hello. He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. There's Dave Canales, the Carolina head coach, his Panthers, heading back onto the field. Well, Greg, it will be a very busy stretch for the Passports. A lot of international games to look forward to. 7-0 outside the U.S. Chiefs and Chargers last week in Sao Paulo. Great ones to follow. Vikings and Steelers in Dublin. Vikings in London playing the Browns the very next week. Broncos and Jets, Rams and Jags. They'll also play in London week 6 and 7. The Falcons and the Colts are going to be in Germany in week 10. And then the Commanders and Dolphins wrap up the international slate. That's in Madrid week 11. Greg, this has been such an additive part to the NFL season, all of these international games.
Yeah, I can tell you, Mike, having played one of the international games towards the end of my career in London, when I played for Carolina, it's a great experience. It's fun for the players, it's fun for the coaches, it's fun for the fans and the families. So I expect this slate to continue to expand. There's so many fun international cities around the world that love NFL football.
And from what you hear, there's more to come. We could be at the point someday,
There we go.
very soon, where every team plays one game outside the U.S. And Scaraboo! Touchdown, Panthers! 3 touchdowns for the game, his first 3 of the year. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. And that back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Little on now for the extra point. He's got it. Panthers stretch it out, leading now by the score of 28-3. Hey, Scott, thank you. 2 very different halftime speeches, I would assume, by those head coaches as we get set for half number 2. And
We're already in half number 2, quite a ways, but that's all
through
right.
the end zone for a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Let's play some man coverage, see how he does against it.
To throw is Murray. He'll fire one deep for Harrison. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down. Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Our run inside. Here's Connor. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, that'll take care of this quarter. We'll go to the 4th.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Gonna have somebody spying on the quarterback again.
Now it's Murray. He'll take a shot. Looking for Wilson.
Nope.
And that is incomplete. Trying to get it to Michael Wilson that time.
Incomplete.
And it's going to bring up fourth down.
J.C. Horn.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And it is caught, but he's out of bounds.
Yep.
Would have been the first down, but he could not stay in. As a result, they're going to turn this over on downs.
That's what I was seeing with it.
And running back Cam Scattaboo headed out for their next possession. And it would appear they are on their way to a 2-0 start as they begin things here with 1st and 10 in this fourth quarter.
Here we go. Here we go. 45. White. Watch out now. 50 series. Ready.
Little play action with Young. This one.
I threw it late. That was my fault.
The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Ready. 38.
On the ground, it's Scattaboo. And he's able to find a crease. Get ahead for 7.
174 yards in the game.
And what's that one
This
thing you
is
hear
what I
from
was wanting
coaches
out of him.
all the time, Mike, right? Finish strong, and he's doing just that. His numbers here in this one, they have been terrific. But he's going to give you a full 4 quarters, and I think at this point in the game, he knows there's even more yards to be had.
Here we go. Set.
They'll try to run for it with Scattaboo.
Scattaboo, the ball carrier. He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of a yard. It's now 4th down.
All right, didn't make it, but that's all right. We will go ahead and let the clock run down, then kick the field goal. Might as well start running this clock down. I mean, we've got this win. So, let's not get anybody hurt. Let's get out of the stadium with the win.
The Panthers will take their first timeout. Cam Little for this field goal attempt. Officially an even 50-yard attempt. Little's kick is good. And the Panthers will extend their lead.
Cardinals 3.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
So, after the field goal, back out is Little to kick this one away. To return is Greg Dortch. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. Greg, it's one of those weird feelings you build all year for the opener. When you play a tight game and lose, it kind of changes the feeling coming into this week a little.
Yeah, it certainly does, and if you're not careful, what's that cardinal rule? You don't want one loss to turn into 2, one bad play to turn into 2. The best teams in this league, Mike, they have an uncanny ability that regardless, good or bad, blowout or close one from the previous week before, it doesn't lead into the next week's work and ultimately the next week's game. So we'll find out, were they able to learn from the good? And there certainly was a lot of it. But can they move forward today and not let the disappointment of last week trickle into today?
Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
No, he got it. Announcer somewhat, or...
It's Murray. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Murray. He'll get that complete to Harrison. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
A bit of a quick
They're doing
hitter
this
here.
little
What you're hoping for, Mike, is
dink
that
and
the
dunk
defense
stuff.
can't
I'm
react
fine with
quickly
that.
enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
We'll try and run for this with Connor. And this defense not fooled by the option. They stick with the running back, and they get him down for no gain.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense, just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
The offense staying out there for this 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Murray. He'll be forced outright. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point.
Having the spy
But
there
once
really
again,
seems to work
this
well.
Defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
The Panthers offense ready to take over once again. So, Greg, this was not a Christmas gift in May when the schedule maker said, hi, your season's going to start with back-to-back road games. However, win the first. If you can win here and then head home 2-0, man, this season takes on a very different tone.
Oh, there's no question. And, Mike, am I crazy, though? I could make an argument that I'd rather play the away games early in the season. We're fresh. We're not beat up. We don't have a roster that's depleted, getting a lot of new guys.
Get to the 2-minute warning.
Get into the meat of the season, middle to back end. There's a lot of new guys playing for the first time. Practices are a little shorter. Travel's a little bit harder. You're not feeling as good. So if they can somehow get 2 early road wins here, knowing that now there's a lot of home games as the season unfolds, I actually think they could be doing themselves a favor.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Ready, ready, set.
Here's a run with their tight end. Good running there. He's got the first down inside the 30.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of 9 yards. And a Panther first down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
Down at the 22-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
All right, pretty much got everybody the football at least once. That was what I was wanting there.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5.
60 red.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.
We'll do that one more time. If they call a timeout, then we will go ahead and kick the field goal. Score of the game is really up to them. That's about all that is up to them at this point.
Here we go. Set.
3rd and 6.
Yellow, 43.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.
That'll do it.
So this one a win for the visiting Panthers. They get the victory here away from home to run their early season record to 2-0. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.
All right. Very pleased with the way that went. Let's go ahead and finish the game. See what points we got here. All right, Scattaboo did get a point here, which I like. You know what? I'm going to make him more of a power back. I want him to just keep pounding that football. Free safety, we'll let it play zone. And the strong safety will also allow to play zone. I'm curious. What's available in fullbacks? Literally nothing. All right. I mean, I've got Adam Prentice. I wouldn't mind getting another one, though. Best one is this guy, but he's also 12th year. 8 years in, 5 years in. I want somebody that's sort of a rookie. I'm from Wisconsin. I do appreciate that. Sort of like that kid. We don't need to spend the money though. So let's just go with what we got. Canales should get to the next level here. He does. Perfect. Heavy Sets playset was upgraded. Great. Ooh, I do like that as well. Scattaboo is Player of the Week. Very nice. Press conference.
Every team is a group of players they feel are on the verge of a breakthrough. To them, it's not if they'll reach the next level, but when. And when has just arrived for one of them.
I've got unwavering trust. We have an incredible amount of confidence in his ability, so when it comes to repeating this performance, we're expecting it. Four touchdowns. All right, we can definitely get him 4 touchdowns at the point. 3 in the west, 2 in the central, 1 in the northeast. So, yeah, I really want to go to the west and the central.
Excuse me.
So that's what we're going to do. And that's good. Yeah, I'm alright with that.
These players are on the last year of their contract. Re-sign them to keep them around next season. You can view the players' overall interest in your team here.
Yeah, we want our linemen back. Coker I'm not as worried about. Wanham I sort of like. See what he wants. Let's get him back. Alright, the punter and the long snapper are my biggest two that I have to worry about. Sure, it's not that big of a contract. I'm fine with that. Wide receiver West, I really don't need him. I like this kid. Want to make these two work too. Definitely want Adam Thielen back. Oh, we need the long snapper. You know, I can always... Oh, I've got Bryce Young, but I can't do anything with him right now. Alright. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about him. I'm going to worry about my two main guys when I can. Alright, so we'll worry about that later. We're all pretty much set here. Yeah, I'm going to keep my heavy play set in because I like having that. try that one again. That one seemed to do pretty well. Yeah, I do like having those. Yeah, I sort of want to prevent injuries. There we go. I'm pleased with those. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. If you enjoyed the video, please go ahead and click that like button. And if you've not already, please subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon, so you're aware when I produce new videos in the future. Thank you, and I hope to see you all back for more of Madden NFL 26.